Hello Bitzbox, this is Craig from Bitzbox.co.uk, and once again I'm joined by Katie.
Hi guys.
So I think it's number 7 now on our hobby school lessons. So yeah, in this one we're going to be painting a purity seal. So
yay!
They're quite common on Space Marines, and it'll be a nice quick little tutorial hopefully. So I'll show you how to do like little bits of writing and stuff on them as well if you so wish. So yeah, before we begin, if you're new to the channel and you like everything hobby related, then please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And as always, before we begin, I just want to give a huge shout out to all our Patreons. So thank you so much for our patrons who support us on this channel and help make videos like this possible. So let's get on the desk, and here he is, nice in shot. This is the guy we've been working on before. We took a little break from him last week whilst we painted some skin areas. Bit tucked away, don't even know if you guys can see it too well, but tucked away under there is a purity seal, and that'll be easier to see once we add some paint to it.
I love purity seals.
So yeah, Katie loves purity seals. We're always chopping off sprues and stuff at Bitzbox and that, and trying to sort them out.
Oh, when you get a sprue with like 5 to 10 of them on, it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, so we're going to start by taking some
right.
rack flesh.
Thank you.
And we'll whack that on the palette, thin it down as always. I'm sure you guys know by now. Just a little bit of water.
Oh, I can use my other brush, I think.
And we're going to paint the parchment area with this colour, so you can sort of start to see where it is now. I thin it down just a little bit too much there, but that's fine. I'll do a couple of thin coats to get a nice smooth finish.
Thinned mine enough, I don't think. Let's try that.
So yeah, so in this case the purity seal is tucked away on him there. So before that finishes drying, we're going to take some Screamer Pink and paint the actual seal of the purity seal. So we're sort of painting both these areas at the same time, and that will become a little bit clearer in the next step as to why we're doing that, but just going to try and get in there and get that seal. It's a little bit out of the way on this miniature, but I'm not sure if he's the only one that we've got here with a purity seal or not. I haven't actually looked at the others.
There's one on this guy's shoulder pad. Just on there hanging down.
So I mean, what we could do is we could paint the shoulder pads on the other miniatures while we're here as well. So they're going to be nice and quick and easy to do. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get both of these colours fully done, get another coat on there, and we'll paint them on the other miniatures also. And then we shall be back for the next step.
Screamer Pink. That is.
Okay, so yeah, these two are the only two that from the 5 that we're doing at least that have purity seals. And yeah, we've got them base coated now. Probably going to focus actually on this guy, as it's a lot easier to see his purity seal. So yeah, we've got the Screamer Pink and the rack flesh. Now just a little note on the Screamer Pink. A lot of people might paint their purity seal wax a lot differently. I know a lot of people commonly will use red, so like Mephiston red or Corn red. Some people like to use green. Sometimes it depends on the colour of your Space Marine's armour. You might want something that contrasts with that. The Screamer Pink is just like a preference of mine, so I quite like how it looks. So that's why I'm using that. So the next step is to give both of these areas a wash with some Agrax Earthshade, and I'm just going to thin it out just a tiny little bit, but not massively. I'll just add some nice depth to the purity seal, and yes, it's a case of washing it all over and not letting it pull up too much. But it doesn't matter massively if it pulls up a little bit, but you just want it to be too much. So sort of like that. is fine.
Deck on the red as well.
Yes.
Pinch some of your paint.
That's okay. And the same on this guy as well. Seems done a little bit too much there. And just suck some of that back up.
I keep turning my lamp off by accident because like that touchy thing.
Yeah. The only thing about having like these sort of touch sensitive buttons.
No.
So yeah, we'll
I've
just
done it again.
give that a little bit of time to dry, and then we can work on highlighting both these areas. Okay, so I'm going to start by highlighting the Screamer Pink, and I'm going to take some Pink Horror, and I'm just going to do a ring around this sort of seal. So just sort of painting, I'll try and get it in shot, just around there like so. So you sort of leave the middle bit clear and just do a ring. That's not the neatest one because I'm trying to do it on camera, but you sort of get the idea. And we'll go with the other guy. The other guy's going to be even harder to get in, but I'm going to careful as I can.
Oh wow, okay.
And if there's like a skull or something in the middle of the poop seal, you can do like a little dot to give that a highlight as well, if you so wish.
That's really bright.
Yeah, that's a lot brighter than the Screaming Pink, but it will dry a little bit duller. But that gives that a nice highlight there.
Oh, that's so much better.
Now with the actual parchment, we're using Screaming Skull here, which you can't see under all that paint, but Ushabti Bone's probably better, but mine's completely dried up, and to be fair, my Screaming Skull is actually awful as well, so... But you can just about get some paint out of it. I'll have to replace these ones. That's really bad, but you can...
Oh, crikey.
Yeah. Still better than my Shabty Bone, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do, because this is quite a lighter colour, I'm going to thin it out just a little bit more than I would usually, and that's a bit too much on the brush. Just going to, where the shade hasn't settled, just going to do sort of lines across, like so, sort of on like the higher areas. Here, that makes sense. And again, because I thinned the paint out, that won't dry as light as that. And you can work it around the edges as well. So
sorry, where's that going?
Sort of like that, going across on the raised, more of the raised areas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's really pulled up at the bottom there though, so. But yeah, if Shabby Bone will be a bit better, it won't be as light. But you guys get the idea. And we're going to put writing over these as well, so, you know, it's not going to be too much of an issue. Now, it's still a little bit wet on this one, so I'll go around it carefully. So yeah, just carefully work your highlights on them sort of higher areas and the edges if you so wish. Okay, so you could leave it at that, and to be honest, most of the time I usually do, but I thought we'll go one step further here, because I know some people do like to have like writing and stuff on their purity seals. So I'm going to take some Rhinox hide. Of course, you could take Abaddon Black if you so wish, but I'm going to take Rhinox hide, and you're going to thin it down and quite a lot. Not quite a wash, but not too far away from one. Then you want a nice good tipped brush. I've got my 00 brush here again, and with just a little bit on your paint, you just want to sort of dab on little dots really going across. So don't just drag it across doing lines, because that won't look as believable. So you want to do sort of little dots going across, and that was a bit too thick, but the sort of variation of the dots will just sell the effect a little bit more and the gaps that you end up with. And you haven't got to be in like dead straight lines either. So, I mean, that's not perfect, but I think you get the gist. So it's all about just trying to be sort of steady with it, but sort of just dabbing on lines going across will help sell that effect of text a bit more than if you just did straight lines. It just wouldn't look quite right. We go on the other guy. Hopefully that all makes sense to those of you watching, and to Katie. I hope that makes
I've got it.
Makes sense.
It looks cool.
It's going across. Yeah, very tricky on this guy. I mean, you haven't always got to go all the way across either. You could just do little bits and pieces.
Okay, that'll do, I think.
But yeah, as long as your paint's thinned out quite a lot, let's say almost like a wash, and then you don't have too much on your brush, you should find it quite easy to control. So if you have too much on your brush, then it might start flowing into recesses in there, and that's not what you want. But yeah, that's essentially it. Just simple, straightforward purity seals. We're only going for like tabletop standard here, as we are aiming these videos at beginners. But yeah, certainly don't be put off by purity seals or text or something like that if you are new to painting. Katie's never done this before, I believe. So
not at all.
And we'll look at hers, and as you can see, she's done a pretty good job.
Oh, thank you. It's all right. I think it could have been a bit tidier, but I'll say first attempt at something so tiny.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it sort of sells the effect, you know, that's what you want. And this guy's even harder to do, isn't he? So
yeah.
Yeah, so you can see under there. So bear in mind, you know, it's Kay's first attempt, and it looks like that. So don't be put off by doing it, because you know, even for someone who's never done it before, you know, she's pulling the effect off. So as long as you sort of follow along, keeping it, as I said, keep the paint nice and thin and have not too much on your brush, you'll find it a lot easier to do. It's not as daunting as it might look, things like this. So yeah, hopefully that's okay and it's proved useful once again to some of you, especially well, really only for these Space Marine players, really. No one else. If you don't collect Space Marines, learning how to paint a purity seal is probably not too useful, but hey, you might want to do some text on something, and hopefully that helps at least. So yeah, nice, quick and simple one, and we'll go back to our main view of Katie's just admiring her miniatures.
No, I'm just looking at the screen. I know that's one of the videos we were going to do.
Yes, that will be the next one actually.
I was just examining.
Segues on quite nicely. Yeah, the next one we're going to paint their eye lenses.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to do like the screens and the little bits on the scope, because we'll do them all the same colour, just for ease. You know, we'll try and get these out as easy as possible with as sort of few videos as possible, really. But that'll be video number 8, I believe.
Wow, yeah, I think so.
So I think after that we'll do Basin, and then we'll do like a final video afterwards. So that'll give us a nice round 10 videos for this first series of videos in the hobby school. So yeah, quite cool. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching it, and if you have, then of course please do give it a thumbs up. And I always say, I just hope these videos are useful for someone. Even if only one person gets the benefit of these videos, then they're certainly worthwhile. But you know, we see a lot of these sort of painting 101 type series, a lot of people do them, but I thought trying to do them as a lesson to help Katie as well, and hopefully it's easy, a little bit easier for you guys to follow along doing it in this sort of format. And yeah, I'm really enjoying doing them, and it's getting us some Space Marines painted.
Yes.
Albeit very slowly. We've been doing it for about 4 or 5 weeks, but yeah, they look really nice by the end of it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty much set now for what we're going to do. We're going to do the lenses, we're going to do the bases, and then we'll do a final video where we show off the completed squads, which hopefully we can get done as soon as possible, but we'll get there. So yeah, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. You can also click that bell icon to be notified when a new video has gone live on this channel. On the screen now are 2 more videos that you may wish to check out, and a link to our Patreon page also. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.